Hello, my name is Antonio, and I'm going to tell you about a time when I went to Africa for a vacation. When I was on the plane over Cape Town, I had amazing aerial views. One was of the Bay of Cape Town, which was awesome. Another aerial view I had was over the town of Cape Town, which is big and beautiful. The last view I had was from a boat this time of Table Mountain, which is amazingly tall. While I was in Cape Town, I decided to see the Castle of Good Hope, and I actually learned a few facts about it. It was built around 1666 and then again in 1679, and is the oldest surviving colonial building in South Africa. I even got a helicopter ride to see an aerial view of it too. From there, I decided to go to Campus Bay. I stood on the beach and man, it was awesome. The waves were huge, and from the smell of restaurants was so good, and the palm trees provided nice shade. From the beach, I noticed a lighthouse and decided to take a look. I hiked up and it was nice. After that, I went on an aerial cable ride to Table Mountain. It was so high that the wind was rocking us around, but even with that, I still saw yet another amazing view. After I was up the mountain, I decided to leave the group and do some on my own. So, I hiked up the mountain and went to the national park to see the ocean. Next, I wanted to see the famous Kalahari Desert, so I went to the Galagadi Trans-Frontier Park. While I was there, I learned about 3 wildlife and 2 geography facts. The wild beast, which is common, the cheetah, which is common, and the hyena, which is, take a guess, common. Some background information on the wild beasts is the wild beasts are also called gunas. They are a genus of the antelope family, and the scientific name is Conoatus. Some background information on the cheetahs is they can run up to 93 kilometers an hour in short bursts, and are a large feline inhabiting most of Africa. Some background information on the hyena is with only 4 species, it is the 5th smallest biological family in the Carnivora, and one of the smallest class mammal. The Kalahari feature is featureless. Sand-covered plains with a few trees here and there, and a road or 2. Bedrock is exposed in vertical walls and hills, too, surprisingly. From there, I went to Shoab National Park to take a safari. I learned and saw about 6 different animals. The animals I saw were the warthogs, kudus, impalas, zebras, wildebeests, and elephants. What I learned about the warthog is that it is a member of the pig family. It is found in the savanna grasslands and woodland in sub-Saharan Africa. Also, on the conservation status, it is a least concern. The kudus have to rely on thickets for protection, so I really didn't see any roaming around. Male kudus can be found in the bachelor groups, but they're more likely to be solitary. Also, kudus are usually peaceful and show their dominance only for a short time. The impalas are medium-sized African antelope. The impala inhabits savanna grasslands and woodlands close to water sources, and they can jump up to 3 meters. A sciencey fact about the zebra is that it is a kingdom is Animalia, its phylum is Chordata, and its genus is Equus. A fact about the wildebeest is that they can be found in Namibia, Angola, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, Swaziland, Mozambique, and Tanzania. A few facts about the elephant is their tusks are called incisors, they can weigh over a ton, and they're the largest surviving terrestrial animal on the planet. Since I was so close, I had to visit Victoria Falls. I stood on the tallest part of the falls and took an amazing photo. What I learned about the Zambezi River is that it flows into the Indian Ocean, which is very big. I did in Victoria Falls. Well, perhaps I shouldn't have done this, but I swam in Devil's Pool. It was quite scary because I was so close to plummeting off the edge of the waterfall. One more thing I did in Victoria Falls was saw 2 huge white rhinos grazing on the plains of the top of the falls. From there, I had a strong desire to see the stunning African rainforest ecosystem. So, I went to Uganda to visit the Kaibel Forest National Park. I went on a trek to see the primates and learned a lot. The large Kaibel National Park covers an area of about 800 kilometers. The climate of the park is pleasant at 14 to 27 degrees Celsius. It is home to 13 species of primates, including chimpanzees. What surprised me the most is the fact that the park is 1,590 meters above sea level. So on the trek, I took a few pictures of monkeys. Next, after seeing much natural wildlife, I wanted to see what urban African life is like. So I went to Nairobi. Once I got there, I noticed right away that it was amazing. First, I saw an African migration and a family of lions sitting together. But even in the midst of all this, there is still both poverty and wealth. What I learned about poverty is that the population's poverty rate is under 46%, which is good. The under 5 mortality rate is 74 out of 1,000 births. School enrollment is 90%, and immunization coverage is 68%. Also, I learned about the wealthy in that they are 64% of the population. In poverty areas, I met some kids who were alone. Then I did something very foolish and dangerous. I went to Mogadishu, the capital of war-torn Somalia. Even there, however, I found a few tourist attractions. I hired 2 armed guards, rented an armored car, and saw the Eid Festival. Then I was given a personal helicopter ride over the city. Finally, I went to Timbuktu, where I saw priceless architecture. The architecture I saw was the Jingariber Mosque. The initial construction, which dates back to Sultan Khan Masua's return from a pilgrimage to Mecca, was rebuilt and enlarged between 1570 and 1583. By the time Ayman al-Quib, the Qadi of Timbuktu, who added the southern part of the wall surrounding the cemetery located to the west. The central minaret dominates the city and is one of the most visible landmarks of the unique urban landscape of Timbuktu. It was one of the best possible ways to end my African adventure as a better man. Thank you for watching.